Martha!
I'm Ogati. Welcome to another episode of Thrills, Chills, and a Movie On.
What the?
I'm pleased to welcome an old friend from the past. She has come from beyond the grave, channeled by spirits and demons. Or in other words, she took the connector to the coal exit and came down Overland to the station. Welcome, Zombie Barbie.
Thank you, Ugadi. It's good to be back. Thanks for keeping the place up.
It has been my pleasure. Now that you're back, does this mean I can't house sit anymore?
Absolutely not, Ugadi. I want you here each week with me to enjoy some mania.
What mania, Zombie Barbie?
Our moment of mania is a time when you see something we point out at the beginning of the program, perhaps a word, phrase, or appearance of a special guest in the picture. This cues you to break into your moment of mania. But remember, mania responsibly.
Of course, Zombie Barbie. I wouldn't have it any other way. We have our film tonight appropriately, Maniac from 1934.
Ooh, that's a good one. Ugadi, what is our mania word?
The word is cat.
So remember, when you hear
cat,
as I was saying, you go into your moment of mania.
Now watch, if you dare.
Tonight, my dear Maxwell, I'm ready to try my experiment on a human.
Yes?
In the morgue, there is a lethal gassed suicide. An ideal specimen.
Have you made arrangements?
No. You know I do not work under prying eyes. You will find a way for me to work without detection. It is your chance to show me your gratitude for my generosity and protection.
I will never forget what you have done for me, and will do anything to help you. But the morgue, dead people. Suppose we should be caught?
How many times have you told me of your impersonations? That you never had a chance? Maybe your art will serve you after all. You have seen the coroner? Why not impersonate him?
No.
That's it!
No.
Impersonate him! The time has come when you can repay me for what I have done.
It's horrible, I tell you. Working on the dead. Trying to bring back life. It's not natural. You with your weird ideas. Haven't I stayed here and nursed dying dogs? Yeah. And even that miserable cat? And for what? For a measly roof and food. Because you took me in. When I was down and out.
Once a ham, always a ham. You, an actor? But don't forget, my dear Maxwell, the police would be very glad to find you.
I didn't mean I wouldn't.
Of course not. In time, you may become a great man. This is the one. Here.
File number 26941. Maria Altura, 24, suicide. Carbon monoxide gas, not claimed.
Perfect. But we'll have to work fast.
My gosh. Them stiffs is getting heavier and more of them every day.
Between the gangsters and the auto drivers, we don't need another war to carry off the population.
You didn't even mention suicides. They even got the coroner working overtime. Say, did you see the beaut that come in today?
Did I?
She's the one that has the coroner doing the night work.
What? Special autopsy?
Must be. I wonder who that old Santa Claus is.
I must get her out of here. She must have oxygen. Unlock the side door and back up the cart. But watch out for the guard. And as soon as he's out of the way, we'll take her out of here.
You say the corpse of the young woman has been stolen?
Yes, and it sure has me puzzled. Why, Mike thought I took it.
I'd have swore it was the coroner himself.
There must have been a very strong resemblance.
Yeah, he was the dead image of him. And talked like him, too.
Oh, you talked to him?
No, he was talking to some other old fellow there that looked like Santa Claus, as I said to Jake. He had whiskers and bushy hair, and his eyes was wild, and it must have been some other two fellows.
Could you positively identify if you saw the party?
I wouldn't swear to anything now after being so sure to the coroner.
You know, Mike's description is very much like your friend Meyer Schultz. Tell me, have you seen him of late?
Why, Dr. Meyer Schultz is really a great research scientist. Why, he has formulated some amazing methods for preserving gland extracts in the most potent state. He's no body snatcher.
Well, doctors and scientists often have some queer things in their mind. Anyway, I'll look into it.
Go easy, Jones. I wouldn't like to offend the doctor.
Don't worry. I'll do nothing to embarrass you. Thank you.
Captain, what do I do about this?
Collins, see if you have anything there on Don Maxwell. Last heard from in this city. Impersonations, vaudeville. Yeah.
Okay, Cap. Let's see what they got in their files on Don Maxwell.
With 24 hours complete rest, she will recover.
Think of it. Life, like in a body that's sought oblivion. It's uncanny. The possibilities terrify me.
But not one word out. This is but a step. Cases like this has the element of doubt. What I want is a victim with a shattered heart. Yes, a heart that I can replace with this beating thing I have forced life back into. You will get me such a victim, Maxwell. It will be my supreme accomplishment.
Not from the morgue. They'll get suspicious.
I don't care where you get it. From the morgue, from the streets, the undertaker. Get one! The end will justify the means.
The undertaker, around the corner. That gangster shot today. Just the thing.
I'll say take two, give it a couple seconds, and you're burning in f***ing hell. Move up a little bit, Robert. Okay, cool. And take two.
Hello, and welcome to the Velveteen Lounge Kitchen. I'm so glad that you could join us today because we're celebrating the birthdays of some of the most fabulous character actors in television history with cocktails and TV dinners. This week marks the birthdays of Abe Vigoda, Jackie Gleason, William Frawley, and Gavin MacLeod. Let's mix up some lovely libations and enjoy some of the greatest TV ever produced. Of course, any cocktail we serve on this occasion has to be worthy of these comedy legends. This one is called the Cramden Cooler and is guaranteed to tickle your funny bone. All you do is combine 2 ounces of bourbon, 1/2 ounce elderflower liqueur, 3/4 ounce pineapple juice, 1/2 ounce fresh lime juice, and 3 dashes of plum bitters in a highball glass with ice. Fill with club soda and stir gently. Garnish with this adorable TV dinner on a stick. I'm laughing already. For these charming TV dinner skewers, start by making meatloaf balls. All you do is combine 1 pound of your favorite ground meat, 1 1/4 cups breadcrumbs, 1/2 cup ketchup, 1/2 cup chopped onion, 1/2 cup chopped red pepper, 3 cloves of chopped garlic, salt and pepper to taste, and of course adding a little hot sauce if you wish. Roll into balls about 1 inch in diameter and bake at 400 degrees for 45 to 55 minutes or until browned, along with as many baby potatoes as you like and baby carrots that have been tossed with melted butter, salt and pepper, and hot sauce if you wish. Be sure to cut slits in the potatoes. Carefully slide onto bamboo skewers and top your baked potato with butter and chives or anything else you like. I can't imagine a meal more comforting. Shows like The Honeymooners, I Love Lucy, Barney Miller, The Mary Tyler Moore Show, and The Love Boat have endured over the years because of great writing and timeless storylines. But the fact that characters such as Ralph Cramden, Fred Mertz, Detective Fish, and Murray Slaughter have remained in our hearts decades after their shows left the air is a testament to the brilliant comic performances of our birthday boys. So happy birthday, Jackie Gleason, William Frawley, Abe Vigoda, and Gavin MacLeod, and thank you for the many laughs you continue to give us. And thank you for visiting the Velveteen Lounge Kitchen. Don't forget to visit our website for these recipes. See you soon!
This has been the Velveteen Lounge Kitchen. Tune in next Tuesday as we celebrate National Cheese Doodle Day.
Hey, how about a movie tonight, huh?
Wow, what's that aftershave you're wearing?
You high karate aftershave is so powerful, it drives...
Yeah, I'm back. I've got my bottle of high karate. My grandmother gave it to me for Christmas in 1978. My brother has one too. His bottle is empty. Yeah, here we go. You want to give me the high karate, don't you? But you have to find me first. Oh, your love is fading, and so am I.
Aftershave, cologne, and gift sets. High karate. Be careful how you use it.
Bugatti, it is so good to be back.
Yes, I have missed you, along with all of the neighbors.
I heard some of the neighbors are missing.
Yes, that is unfortunate. But Pogo escaped again, and coincidentally, the neighbors started disappearing.
He did? Maybe he'll stop on by.
Oh, I hope not. I find that horn very disturbing.
Bugatti, did you get that postcard I sent while I was away?
Yes, I still have it. By the way, what have you been up to?
Actually, I've been staying very busy. I've been doing some short films, some in Seattle, some here in Idaho, and I also did a music video down in Denver. So I've been keeping myself pretty occupied. But I am happy to be back here.
Wow, that sounds very interesting.
it? I couldn't get it. Coward! Oh, you fool! You have failed me in the greatest moment of my life! I have it. You know my powers. You have worked with me. You have faith in me. Here, take this. Take it and take your life, and I will give it back to you. My living heart shall beat in your body and will live again. Only think of it. You will live. You will live. Live. Murder. Murder. And of my benefactor. Horrible. You have so much to give the world.
But has he? Why should the unconscious peace of the dead be disturbed? Isn't the spark that moves the maggot the self-same spark that moves the man? Preserving that spark in the individual is not important. What we do with the spark while we have it is important. In Meyer Schultz, the spark is gone. In Maxwell, it lives. This may come in handy, but nothing to bring him back. I'd better hide him.
Dr. Meyer-Schultz, please.
Why, he isn't here.
How terrible. It's so very urgent. Will you tell him that Mr. Buckley is having positively alarming hallucinations? Why, he thinks he's the orangutan murderer, imposed murderer of the Rue Morgue. Tell the doctor I must have some definite help. I'll go get him and bring him in.
No, don't do that.
Meyer Schultz would be missed. Maxwell never would. The gleam. Not only do I look like Meyer Schultz, I am Meyer Schultz. I will be a great man.
I'll give him a shot to relieve the nerve tension. May help him. We'll try that first. Take off your coat.
Super adrenaline. No, not that. Water. That will do no harm. And I will be rid of them.
There now. You will feel better.
Slipping. Doctor, he seems to be getting worse instead of better. Stealing through my body. Creeping through my veins. Pouring in my blood. Oh, darts of fire in my brain. Stabbing me. Agony. I can't stand this torture, this torment. I can't stand it. I won't. I won't. I won't. What was in that hypo? He's dead. Doctor, what have you done? This looks like murder.
No. Not murder. My assistant shot himself.
Shot himself? When? Why, I only saw him an hour ago. Why didn't you call the police?
No, not the police. I wanted to bring him back to life. I wanted to experiment on him. In fact, I must. I can restore him.
You shot your assistant just to experiment on him? Dr. I have often heard of your uncanny experiments, but this tops them all. But I think we speak the same language. Am I right?
Well, I just don't get what you mean, same language.
We have a common interest. When you bring your assistant back to life, his mind will do as you direct. You can do the same to Buckley. Then he will do as I direct.
Buckley saw that body. The police. If they should come, I must bring him back. I'll find that formula.
Kitty, kitty. Kitty, 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 kitty.
Oh, howdy, Doc. Say, a couple of my cats got away. You seen them anywhere?
Of course not. What would I want with your cats?
Oh, well, I didn't know. I thought maybe, you might use them for, well, some experiments or something.
Me, cats? Never. Oh, that is, I think too much of Satan to use cats for experiments.
Oh, well, that's what I thought, and... Well, no harm meant, Doc. Well, so long.
What am I going to do?
The police will be here any minute.
I must dispose of the body.
I'll hide it. I'll burn it.
No, I can't do that.
The basement. Satan. The gleam. You wretch. Stand between me and salvation, will you? Why? It's not unlike an oyster or a crepe. But the gleam is gone.
Do you know Dr. Meyer Schultz and his assistant, Don Maxwell?
Sure. They're sort of queer, I'd say. There's lots of queer goings on up there. Why, they even brought a dead dog back to life once.
Well, that sounds very remarkable to me.
It may be, but to my notion, those that monkeys with what they got no business to gets queer sooner or later.
Maybe you're right.
I know I am. Why, I even heard a shot up there last night.
Why didn't you notify the police?
That's their business, not mine.
I understand from your neighbors that your cats are making noise at night. Dr. Marshultz has complained.
Yeah, but he's been stealing my cats for his experiments. I know. I've been spying on him.
How many cats have you? What's the matter, rats?
Oh, thousands of them. Right here in my backyard.
Thousands?
Yeah, I got 1,000 cats, too. Want to see them?
What's the idea? You sell them?
No. It's my own idea. I'm in the business. Fur business.
Oh, I see. Cat's fur.
You'll get it quick.
Where do the rats come in?
You ain't as quick as I thought. Look. You see, I figured out that rats breed faster than cats. And cat skins makes good fur. Cats eat rats. And rats eat raw meat. That is, they eat the carcasses of the cats. So, the rats eat the cats. The cats eat the rats, and I get the skins.
Well, rats eating cats? Well, that is news.
Simple, ain't it?
Say, by the way, did you hear a shot last night?
Maybe. I don't know.
That was wicked, man.
Hello, and welcome to the Velveteen Lounge Kitchen. I'm so glad that you could join us today because we're here to help you stock your home bar. It's so exciting to be able to design the perfect cocktail lounge in your own home, although it can be challenging to know what to put in your bar. Our recipes and tips will help you to create the bar of your dreams. It would be terribly wrong to set up your home bar without a lovely libation. Here's one that just might inspire you to create your own house specialty. I call it the Velveteen Lounger. All you do is combine 2 ounces of brandy, 1/2 ounce orchard cherry liqueur, 1/2 ounce fresh lime juice, and 4 dashes of molasses bitters. Shake with ice and strain into a cocktail glass. Here's to being the proprietor of your favorite bar. The best cocktail lounges make charming nibbles available, so of course you'll want a lovely snack mix of your own. This variation on a classic couldn't be easier to make, and your guests will wolf it down. All you do is combine 1 8 3/4 ounce can of your favorite nut mix, 1½ cups of your favorite multigrain cereal squares, 1½ cups of dried banana chips, 3 tablespoons sriracha sauce, and 2 teaspoons ground ginger. Toss well and spread evenly on a cookie sheet. Bake at 250 degrees for 30 minutes, stirring once after 15 minutes and allow to cool before serving. The perfect mate for the loveliest of libations. Experts will advise you to cover your bases with the basic liquors when stocking your home bar, and while it is true that you will get a tremendous amount of use out of a bottle each of a light or amber rum, gin, a bourbon, a gold tequila, vodka, and brandy, along with triple sec, dry and sweet vermouth, and lots of limes. This is your bar. By all means, don't purchase any liquors or liqueurs you don't enjoy. Simultaneously, if you have a favorite cocktail or style of beverage, make sure that you have those ingredients constantly available. You don't want to disappoint your best customer by not having his or her favorites on hand. A shaker, a measuring tool, and cocktail and rocks glasses will get you started and allow you to collect any other bar paraphernalia you like at your leisure. And always be sure to have plenty of ice ready for service. Whether you're creating a classic mid-century setup worthy of Larry and Louise Tate, a tiki bar, a whiskey bar, or something uniquely your own, You will quickly find that tailoring your bar to your tastes will not only ensure a consistently fabulous experience, but will save you lots of money to boot. Thank you for visiting the Velveteen Lounge Kitchen. Be sure to visit our website for these recipes. See you soon!
This has been the Velveteen Lounge Kitchen. Tune in next Tuesday as we kick off barbecue season.
Maniac, also called Dwayne Esper's Maniac, was filmed in Los Angeles, California in 1934. The film has also been called Sex Maniac and appears on a list of 10 movies too disturbing for mainstream audiences. The film was ahead of its time, featuring nudity and disturbing images including a cat's eye popping out. Don't worry, it wasn't real. The cat only had one eye, and a glass eye is what really came out. To my knowledge, no cats were harmed in the making of this film.
Hey, Maisie, we know you're hard-boiled. You don't have to stay in the water 30 minutes to prove it.
Oh, let me alone. I may not be decent, but I'm sure gonna be clean.
Say, if anyone is entitled to the first place in that bathroom, it should be me. Didn't I sign the register and welcome you all as secret guests? If it wasn't for nervy little Alice, you'd all be sinking your weary bones into the soft recesses of some park bench with light, fleecy coverlets made by the great American press.
Press? That reminds me, I have pressing business.
Here's one for the book. Sandwich man pounding pavements walks onto a wallet with 42 grand in it.
I'd like to find that man.
Maybe we could sandwich him in. Can you imagine if the darn fool turned it in? His head must be a jelly bean instead of what they thought it was.
Well, it sure was soft, all right. But would it be soft to land on 42 grand?
Yeah, but listen, after he turned it in, people made such a fuss over him that he went nutty. Thought he was the Almighty in person. So that's what being honest gets you. A nice, soft, padded cell in the bug house.
La cucaracha, la cockroacha, dum da 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 dum.
It's pretty tough. Imagine the poor guy. I'll bet nobody noticed him all his life. And then? Say, wasn't there some guy in history that spent all his life looking for an honest man?
Sure, in his day, men were men. But today, they're too scared to be anything but honest.
Yeah, but a brave guy can sure get away with plenty.
Say, you must have been reading the papers. Or maybe you've been drinking crazy water and your head's tingling. Be yourself, Alice. Playing the heavy don't suit you.
Oh, it's getting me down. Always broke and never a break.
Why don't you ditch that ham and pick yourself a rich husband?
Rich husband? I've heard they come that way. Not very often.
Often enough, but not our way.
Oh, the girl has brains. We don't have to put a zipper on her skull to prove it either.
Alice, listen to this. Don Maxwell, personality impersonator, gets lucky break.
Why, that's your husband, ain't it?
Pipe down, will ya? Let her read it.
By queer quirk of fate, actor falls heir to Australian estate. This paper is trying to find him. He used to be around in vaudeville days, but we haven't heard much of him lately. The lucky ham. From now on, he'll have the company of a good egg.
Will wonders ever cease?
Say, I wonder if he's still with that goofy professor. He's inherited a fortune.
You say a fortune? He never spoke to me of any rich relative.
He hardly knew of them himself. I believe it was his uncle in Australia.
I am certainly glad to hear that. I'm sure he'll be pleased.
Oh, but don't tell him. You see, I want to tell him the news first.
Oh, that's only natural.
Mrs. Maxwell, your husband will be here at 8 tonight.
All right.
It was in Meyer Schultz's eyes when he wanted to murder me. It was in Mrs. Buckley's eyes when she wanted to murder her husband. Alice had the gleam in her eye when she wanted to find me. She'd murder me. That's what she wants to do. I must get rid of her. But now, Mrs. Buckley, she will help. She must help.
Oh, we are lost.
You are right. But before I can get him back here, you will have to help me. Mrs. Maxwell is crazy and will be here any minute. She thinks that I murdered her husband and wants to turn me over to the police. We must keep her subdued till I can get Buckley. Down in the basement is a secret vault. We will put her down there. You quiet her by jabbing this in her arm. And in the meantime, I will go get Buckley.
It sounds all right. Except the fact she's crazy. It seems to me she has the right idea.
So you feel that way, too. Stay in there. I'll call you when needed. At last, I've really secured everything for us. We can travel or anything we want.
Then you knew of the inheritance?
Sure. I've one little job to accomplish, and then we can leave together. No doubt you were surprised at this disguise?
Oh, no. I wouldn't be surprised at anything from you.
No, honey. You were here in time to help me.
I knew there was a catch in this someplace. But still it.
In the other room, I have a crazy woman I've been treating.
Ha ha! So you've been treating.
Quiet, will you? Now, this is serious. Our lives are in danger.
What do you mean, are?
That's what I said. Now, listen to me. I want you to help me take this woman downstairs. I'll give her a shot. Then you take care of her till I get help.
Well, how about me getting the help? She's quiet now, isn't she?
Yes, but she'll break out any minute. She's not afraid of a woman. So if she happens to get wild, just shove this into her arm. Now keep it hid, and all will be well.
All right, Mrs. Buckley.
We will go downstairs now. I have a special treatment room there.
Look in that room, Parker. You come with me, Finney. I've got orders to search this place and take everyone in it down to headquarters for questioning. What is that?
Nothing. A couple of my patients having a little argument.
Take me down there.
It won't do any good. There are a couple of would-be murderers fighting it out.
Man, you're crazy. What kind of a place is this?
Oh, I'm crazy, am I? Well, let me tell you something. Those women have the gleam.
No, you can't waste some time.
Oh, that will be all of it.
All right, get it going.
Lie down.
What's behind this wall? Finney, tear this wall down.
Murderous Satan. Let's delete my soul fired. He still has a gleam.
Why, he's crazy.
Gleam. They drove me to it, I tell you. They drove me with hunger, with misery and humiliation. I only wanted to amuse, to entertain. But here I am. Spent my life in perfecting an art that no one wanted. No one appreciated. I showed them Dr. Marshall. A real impersonation. Meyer Schultz. My supreme impersonation.
Thank you for joining me, Zombie Barbie.
Thank you, Ugadi. And be sure to join us again for more Mania on...
What the?
But for now, good night and nighty nightmares.
Wow, that film was way shorter than we thought. And now, a new chilling tale.
Welcome. I'm Martin Jarvis. Ghost and horror stories have always been part of our world, and we invite you to share in a few of these tales. Some you'll know, some you won't. I hope you enjoy the series. This is the first of our chilling tales, and a strangely frightening story it is, with even a moral lesson at its heart. You'll hear more quite soon. The story was written by W. Jacobs, a prolific teller of short tales to chill your blood. The time is about 1890, the location the industrial north of England. Factories abound, and most people have work. The British are masters of India, the British Raj, and many people make their lives and their fortunes out there. The British Army still has a strong presence on the Indian continent. Our heroes, if we can call them that, are the Whites, a simple family, not wealthy, but they're content with their lot in life, not too different from many families of today. The Whites live in a modest house, a house which we would now call Victorian. Mr. and Mrs. White had their only son, Herbert, late in life. In fact, he was almost certainly a surprise. Herbert is 24. He works in a nearby industrial factory. Mr. White is in his 60s, semi-retired, but he does odd jobs for local people. Mrs. White is a typically hard-working housewife of the day. They've saved for their old age, so though, as I said, certainly not well off, they have enough to get by. This is their story.
Hark at that wind.
I'm listening. Check.
I shouldn't think he'll come now.
Mate.
That's the trouble with living so far out. No one wants to come to such an isolated place.
Never mind, dear. You'll win the next game.
Dad, look, I keep saying this, but why don't we get gas lighting? It's not like you can't afford it. Besides, your chest is about as good as Mother's knitting.
Cheeky monkey.
Yes, you are and all. And you know I don't want any of them newfangled things. Just buy oil and candles. That's just fine. And my eyesight's very good, thank you very much. So set the pieces up again. Blow me, if that isn't him after all. Hey, Mother! Herbert! This is my old friend, Sergeant Major Morris. 20 years he's been gone away in India. He was just a lad when he went away.
Well, it doesn't seem to have done him much harm. You'll take a drop of whiskey, Sergeant Major, to ward off the chill of this awful night.
Yes, of course you will. Tell us about this great country of India.
Thank you, ma'am. This is very welcome. Yes, it's an amazing place, India. Full of strange sights, fakirs, elephants, largest animals you've ever seen. And magic. Oh, yes. And the magic. Take this little thing. A sort of talisman. A monkey's paw. A monkey's paw with a spell upon it.
How do you mean?
This little monkey's paw, well, it's had a spell put on it. It's had a spell put on it by an old fakir who wanted to show that fate ruled people's lives, and those who interfered with it had nothing but misery. He put a spell on it so that 3 different people could have 3 wishes from it.
Oh, what do you mean? Have you had 3 wishes?
I have had.
What were they?
I think I'd rather not say. But I kept them simple. The first man who had it, well, for his 3rd wish, he wished for death. And that's how I came about it.
You've had your 3 wishes. What do you keep it for?
Well, I suppose I had an idea that I might sell it, but I don't think so now. It's brought nothing but misery.
Don't burn it!
Better to let it burn.
What did you do that for? Well, if you don't want it, I'll keep it.
If you must keep it, then don't blame me for what happens. My advice is to pitch it into the fire again, where it belongs.
What do I do with it?
Hold it in your right hand and wish out loud. But I must warn you of the consequences.
Well, you might wish for 4 pair of hands for me. I could do with the help.
But I must warn you, if you're going to wish sensibly.
Of course I will.
Now, come on and have your supper. There's plenty to eat. Come on.
And they settle back to enjoy a friendly supper and to listen to more fantastic tales of India, until eventually it's time for Sergeant Major Morris to leave.
That's all a joke. No, that's all a joke.
Well, my dear friend, remember what I said. And be careful with that damned monkey's paw.
Oh, don't you worry, I will.
Well, thank you, Mrs. White, for a marvellous spread. And you, young Herbert, take good care of yourself. Thank you.
Good night,
Good night.
Sergeant Major.
Good night.
Lovely to see you.
Good night, Sergeant Morris.
Good night. He's an interesting man. Now, let's take this lot off on the side.
It's all right, Mother. I'll do it in the morning.
Oh, thank you, love. I'm fair wore out.
Yes. I offered him something for it, but he wouldn't take it. Pressed me to throw it away again.
As if you'd do that. Wow. We're going to be rich. And then Mother won't nag you anymore, Dad. Go on. Go on, Dad, make a wish.
I don't know what to wish for. Seems to me I have all I want.
You'd be quite happy if the house were paid for, though, wouldn't you, Dad?
Yes, son, you're quite right there. That would be a burden lifted. I wish for £200. It moved. It moved. Twisted in my hand just like a snake.
Well, I don't see any money. I doubt I ever shall.
It must have been your imagination that it twisted, my dear. It must have been your fancy.
Gave me quite a fright, I can tell you. Oh, all in one piece, no harm done.
Well, it's time for you and I to go to bed. It's quite enough excitement for one night.
Well, that was a disappointment. I expect you'll find the cash tied up in a big bag in the middle of your bed with a horrible monkey squatting on top of it. No, Mum.
Night, love.
Night, Dad.
Are you coming, dear?
Yes. Yes. Truly amazing, that was. Amazing.
I wonder where our Herbert is. He'll not have much time to eat his sandwich.
What was that?
need to talk to you.
Well, Mother, it's Mr. Jackson, the foreman from Herbert's factory. Please take a seat, Mr. Jackson.
I prefer to stand, Mr. White, if you don't mind.
Oh, my God. It's Herbert, isn't it? Is he all right? Tell me he's all right.
I'm afraid there's been an accident. Herbert seemed rather distracted this morning. He knows he has to be very vigilant. But, as I say, he wasn't his normal self and, well, he got caught in the machinery.
Is he badly hurt?
I'm so sorry. We turned the machine off as quick as we could, but it wasn't quick enough.
He's not dead, is he? Oh, tell me he's not dead.
I am so sorry. And so is the firm. It was a terrible accident, but not really the fault of the company. They will compensate you, of course.
How much?
Well, they thought £200 would be more than generous in the circumstances.
The sad couple bury their only beloved son and return to their lives, humbled and disconsolate. About a week passes, and the lives of our heroes, I really shouldn't call them that, are paralyzed with grief. They're quite unable to resume any kind of normality.
The monkey's paw! The monkey's paw! Where is it? The monkey's paw! Where is it?
What is it, Lord? What's the matter?
The monkey's paw! Oh, why didn't I think of it before?
What do you mean?
Well, we've only had one wish. We've got two more. We can wish our boy alive again.
Wasn't one wish enough? Have you gone mad, woman? It was just a terrible coincidence. There is no magic.
We can make another wish. We can make him alive again. Get the paw. Oh, come on. Wish. 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 Go on. Wish.
I wish for our son to be alive again. It's nothing. You're imagining things. You're too upset.
It's my son, I know it is. Let me go, you wretched man. You will not hold me back from him.
Anna, think what you're doing. Don't let it in. Jackson said he was mutilated by the machine. Think what he might look like. For God's sake, don't let it in. They wouldn't even let us see him in his coffin. The lid was down when we got there. It won't be our Herbert. It won't be our son.
You're afraid of your own son. No! I'm coming, Herbert! I'm coming, my darling son! Oh, for God's sake, help me! He's your son! Herbert! 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 Oh, Herbert! 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 Mother's here! I'm here, Mother's here, love! Herbert! Herbert?
Let's do it. It's the only thing to do.
So, as you can imagine, the Whites never recover from the tragedy of losing their only son in such evil circumstances, all victims of their own wishes. We often wish for what we do not have, for some magic, perhaps, to improve our lot in life. But here, sadly, the old adage, beware of what you wish for, proved horribly true for this little family. However, my friends, I look forward to seeing you again for our next chilling tale. Bye for now.